guys, it's Molly. Sorry if I'm talking a little bit weird, I'm kind of sick, so.
Yeah.
And I'm in a extremely strange location. My room is like extremely messy, and by the time I got done cleaning it, it would be too dark to film. So I decided to film in my kitchen dining area. I don't have a table here because our floors just got redone. And it's storming out. I am doing a story time. Yeah, I mean, I just find watching story time videos really entertaining. I can just watch them for hours and hours. It's not even an exaggeration, it's kind of unhealthy. I am talking really fast. I don't know why, and I'm touching my hair a lot, but I do that like every day. So I decided that I wanted to do some storytime videos, but I really don't have that many stories to do, so I was thinking, and then I thought, hey, I got a little scar from this. I split my chin open when I was 6 years old. So I thought that might be a interesting story time because the way I did it was really weird. So the story starts when I was 6 years old. So my sister was really into sports. She did basketball, softball. So during the summer she did softball, and in the winter she did basketball. So this was summer. It was almost the end of the school year. Lucky for me because this happened. Also, we went to one of her softball games, and we always got McDonald's. I finished my McDonald's, and we usually brought my scooter because a lot of other people, like my sister's teammates, had little siblings my age, so we'd all like bring our scooters and just ride around while all the boring stuff was happening. So this particular day, I brought my scooter, and we were just riding around, and for some reason I wanted to say something to my parents, and they were in those little folding chairs next to each other because they hated sitting on the bleachers. They just liked being on their own. So for some reason I wanted to tell them something, and I rode in between their chairs. So I was in between their chairs on my scooter, and you know, you can't really balance on a scooter or a bike when you're not moving. So for some reason I stopped in the middle of their chairs, and I wasn't moving, and I don't know why I thought I was safe doing that, because instead of falling to the side and like leaning on one of their chairs like you think what would happen, I don't know what gravity was doing in this situation, but for some reason I tilted forward. Like, the handle on the top is way bigger or way lighter than what's on the bottom. So why would it tilt forward? I don't know. Somebody explain the science to me, because that's what happened. And while I was going forward, my handles, because you know you hold the handles like this, twisted like that. And they have little foams on the handle, like foam sleeves, I guess. And one of them was wearing off, and there's metal underneath it. And the metal was like really sharp. There was a really pointy part. And as it was tilting this way, my chin hit it, and it went like that. And I didn't even feel it. Like, you think I'd feel a piece of metal going through my skin, like tearing it open. I mean, I felt it. It hurt a little bit, but I didn't know that it was split open. So I got up and I literally said, "I'm okay, I'm okay." And I got up and started turning around, and then I felt my dad pick me up from behind me, scoop me up, and like hold me, and he was like, "Okay, bye, we're going to the emergency room." And I was like, "What?" And my dad, he wears a lot of white shirts and blue jeans. He's basically Homer Simpson, but he's not bald. So I was like, okay. So I just kind of like put my chin on my dad's shoulder because he was holding me like that. I lifted my head up and looked at his shirt, and it was just soaking in blood. It was terrifying. Then I realized what was going on. I just started screaming. I think the game was interrupted because everybody was staring at me. I just started screaming hysterically. I thought my face had been ripped off. I didn't know what was going on. Oh God. So we got in the car, and some lady saw me, so she had a first aid kit in her trunk, so she got me some gauze to hold while I was screaming in the car on the way to the emergency room. So we got there, and then the nurse calls me in, and I remember it was kind of late at night now because it took a really long time to wait, and the bleeding had kind of stopped, so it's not like I was like dying or anything. So I finally got into the little room, and I laid down on this really cold bed, and I was terrified. I was shaking so much. I was sweating by then. I was like sweating and shaking. It was a lot to handle for a 6-year-old. And they came in and they were like, yes, I think she's gonna need stitches. And then I was like, no. Then they were like, but we don't think we can do that because of the place that it got split open. Because it was like right on the bone. So they were like, we don't think we can do that. So they had to glue it shut. Now, like, when I was this age, I was thinking they were gonna take Elmer's glue and like stick my chin back together.
Okay. Whatever you gotta do, just don't give me stitches.
They had to numb me, which, I mean, they couldn't, like, give me a shot, so they had to, like, use this weird cream, and it felt really funny, and then they just kind of glued it together. Now, everything was okay, and I remember this really weird thing happening. Now, my sister is my half-sister, so she has a different dad than me, but the same mom, I think everybody knows what a half-sister is. And her dad had to pick her up from the softball game. He wasn't there watching her. So he had to pick her up, and then my sister has a spare key to our house, so I don't even know why they thought I'd like this. I mean, I did, because
Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
They gave me this giant, humongous, like I don't even know, poster board. It was giant. It was like this thick, and like it had all the characters of Shrek on it, and I think it was for Shrek the Third. Shrek the Third came out in like 2007, so I don't know why it was 2009, but it was. I got like this giant poster board. I don't even know what I did with it. It's not with me anymore, but who knows. My sister had the spare key, so they like put it in my kitchen and then left, because my sister went to her dad's house for that night and just slept there. So I got home and everything was good, and I had my giant Shrek poster board. The bad thing that came out of this was that I could not get it wet because it kind of left, this is so disgusting. I'll try to find like a picture or something, but it left like a glue scab, I guess I could say. Like the glue had to harden over, and I think I had it for like a few months actually. A good thing it was like almost the last week of school. But people called me Glue Face, which is a very creative, I guess. I had glue on my face, so you gotta call me Glue Face. Nice nickname. But yeah, that's what people call me. I think only like 2 people called me that, but it was really annoying because I was like not that popular, and like the popular kids in first grade. They were like,
what happened to your face?
I was just like, my scooter cut it open. That's my impression of my 6-year-old self, so yeah. So that is my story. It has left me with a gnarly scar on my chin. I don't know, like, you can kind of see it right there. I don't know. It's like a moon, a half moon, or a crescent moon shape. I got a battle scar. Oh, that hurt. So that was it for my first ever story time. It was not that interesting, and I got really into depth. I tried to make it as interesting and not boring as possible. Give this video a thumbs up if you want me to do more story times. I certainly have more interesting stories. Why didn't I do it for this video? I really don't know. But yeah, that's it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Oh yeah, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. Bye.